The reason that you feel afraid or ashamed to connect to your spiritual gifts, like your intuition and other gifts that you can feel are there, is because you've fallen prey to organized religion's trap that says that God can only be found in a church or a mosque. The pull you feel to explore the spiritual realms, the pull you feel to explore these gifts, the gnawing feeling that you have that there's more to me than this body, that there's more to me than what I've been told. I can do way more than society is letting on. That pull that you feel is the pull of the divine trying to get you to express more of yourself, trying to get you to express more of divinity in your life through your body, through the gates, through the spiritual gate, the veil that separates the spiritual and the physical, the body. That is the pull of the divine trying to get you to break free from these mental prisons that have been placed on you through religion and culture that are keeping you separate from the divine, that are keeping you separate from your true nature. And it's a clever trap when you think about it, because the trap says in order to be closer to God, you must do so within the confines of the structure of our religion. If you step out of the confines of the structure of this religion, you are going against God. You are going against everything that is divine and holy, when nothing could be further from the truth. God is everywhere. God is in everything that is alive. The only way for you to be alive and to be animated with life is if God's energy, is if the divine energy runs through you. Anything that lives, anything that grows has divine energy running through it. You are alive by virtue of the fact that the divine energies run through you. God is everywhere. And as a matter of fact, you will see more of God reflected in nature, because nature lives, grows, and does all of its processes through that divine energy running through it. You will find more of God if you get out in nature than you ever will in a church. And I stand by that as someone who grew up in a church. You will find more divinity going within and connecting to that divine energy that animates your spirit, that animates your body. I mean, that soul energy, that is literally a piece of the divine. That's literally, growing up in Christianity, that's the breath of God. That's where you'll find the divine. Not in going somewhere every weekend to watch a flawed person give their interpretations of God, give their interpretations of ancient texts, give their interpretation of divine words that is passed through their flawed perception, that's passed through the perception of their biases, their cultural biases, their patriarchal biases, and any other things that they haven't worked through. All of their interpretations is passed through the things that are going on in their mind and how they see the world, including, might I add, including things like the Bible and other ancient texts. You have to remember that these inspired men, even though I do believe they're inspired by God, whatever inspiration that was received by them, still they had to filter it through their cultural biases, through the lens of how things were at that time, and it will come out on the other end slightly different than how it was given to them. Does that make sense to you? In this day and age, especially as women, it is time for us to stop relying on the male interpretation of divinity, because frankly, the female body, the female vessel, the female spirit is a lot closer in essence to the divine and the spiritual realms than the male essence ever will be. And that's just a fact. So let me invite you to join us in the Goddess Project this month as we start off on blocking and removing these religious programmings that have kept us down for centuries, on blocking these cultural and societal programs that have been keeping us small and keeping us disconnected from divinity, disconnected from spiritual power. That time is done. We're finished with that. This is the time of redefining what divinity means, redefining what God means, redefining our own connection with these concepts, with these energies, and boldly forging our own path in a way that makes sense.